Scrub-a-dub-dub, what's in the tub? What's going on, my subscribers? Ace here, and today we have the final team builder of this season of the CCL. If you guys are excited for that, make sure to hit that like button down below. And as you guys can see from the team up there, this is the team that we're going to be bringing against Slayer. And it's going to be Diancie, Zebstrika, Durant, Mamoswine, Arcanine, and Jellicent. Now, these are all solid veterans. You guys have seen these guys before. Now, Slayer's team is the Saffron Shaymins and is composed of Metagross, which is his Mega, but he might not bring it as Mega, he might bring it as a regular Metagross if possible. Thundurus, Hydreigon, Slowking, Infernape, Tangrowth, Meloetta, Rhyperior, Sneasel, Gramble, Miltank, Skuntank, and Dusknoir, all the tanks. And I think his team is definitely a lot more balanced than mine. And like I said at the beginning of the season, I wanted to bring a team together that was composed of mons that weren't super duper, out there, like Zebstrika, Diancie, like they're not super duper used mons outside of like specific teams. Ambipom, all of those mons that I have like together. I just wanted to make a fun team. And we made it here all the way to the finals, and I can't be more proud of my team for anything in that. I think I played well. Slayer's team is the only team that I've lost to this season so far, and I think that we can definitely take this home if we play right. I had a really big choice. I either wanted to bring Zebstrika or Sock, and I decided on Zebstrika because I know that last time I faced Slayer, I really wanted to bring Sock second time. That I played him, if I played him in the like the semifinals or the finals, that I would probably bring Sock. But Zebstrika does so much to his core of the Slowking and the Tangrowth, which I definitely think he'll bring. Considering that in the semifinal match, he saw me bring Choice Banded Sock and Choice Banded Durant against the against Kendra's team to kind of blow her back. And if I decided to do that same thing, he would need that Regenerator core. So that's why I think he has to bring it. I think he absolutely has to bring it. I don't think that his team can stand up to Sock and Durant otherwise together. So I'm bringing Zebstrika instead, just because I think it's that counteractive movement. It might cost me in the end, but either way, I really like using this team. I don't want to bring like a Stally team. I could bring the Amoonguss and everything and try and stall down his team. But that's not my style. I'm more of an aggro player. So I'm going to go straight for it and kind of go after him. So we'll go into the team, and you guys can kind of look at the sets I'm running. This is the same Diancie that I've run every single time, pretty much. It's standard. I'm running Earth Power instead of Protect because he does have the Metagross, and I do want to have the ability to take that thing out and not get caught in Moonblasting on a Metagross when it could BP me pretty easily. If he's going to swap it in on a potential Moonblast, I'm just going to Earth Power the heck out of it, so yeah. And the next one that we have is the Zebstrika, which is running, like I said, that I haven't run like specifically this way. It's a Volt Switch, Wild Charge, Signal Beam, Toxic. Now the reason I'm running this particular set, because Wild Charge with this spread, with the Expert Belt, has a chance to one-hit KO the Slowking after Rocks, which I do plan to set up with our Diancie. Usually first turn, I think it would be good there because I can Magic Bounce anything if he leads off with the Miltank, kind of like he did. He led off with the Meloetta last time, but the Miltank was definitely a problem that I saw. But that thing is usually the thing he uses for rocks. But he also has the Infernape now, so he could use that for rocks. And I thought Diancie would be a good lead against that. But Zebstrika here, after those rocks are set up, can kind of just bust through that Regenerator core and put Slayer in a difficult position because then he won't have the Rex swap-ins to my mons that are going to be extremely powerful, like the Durant Mamoswine. And yeah, that's really what this thing is meant to do. I put Toxic on there specifically for the Tangrowth, just because I don't want to be in a matchup where I have to overheat the Tangrowth and kind of lower my special attack down so much that I can't get off a Signal Beam against a possible Hydreigon switch on a Volt Switch or something like that. Now, yeah, the Signal Beam is just for coverage because it does hit the Tangrowth, it does hit the Metagross, it does hit the Slowking, it hits the Hydreigon. All of those mons don't really worry me because I can just power off that signal beam and hits them all for decent damage. I decided on the Sap Sipper because I don't think he's going to bring the Thunderous this time. Because I saw it last time, I just really don't think that's something that he'll bring. But Sap Sipper is good for that Regenerator Core. It absolutely just slows down the Tangrowth. I know the Earthquake is a potential possibility, but then I can just get that Toxic up and then bring in the Durant to kind of clean that thing up. Now, speaking of Durant, we're going to move on to the Durant there. And we're running the X Scissor Superpower, Iron Head, Crunch, Choice Banded Adamant set because there's no reason not to. Against Slayer's team, this thing runs absolute house. If I can get through, the course pretty easily of the Slowking. If it's not max special or physical defense, it's getting popped. Same thing with the Tangrowth, which I expect him to probably run Assault Vest because I do have the Diancie there, and he doesn't want to. Like he's obviously not going to leave it in a situation where it's out against Durant, and a good spot in it would be against the Jellicent or the Diancie, and both of those are obviously special attackers most of the time because Diancie's physical attack won't be doing much to it with the Diamond Storm. So Durant's going to put in a lot of work. I just have to preserve it well and kind of be wary of what Slayer is bringing to counter it. I expect the Infernape to be a possibility, but still against that thing, I don't think it's going to live many hits because the Ape is kind of frail unless he's Focus Sash and he can kind of swap that in freely. But that's also why we want to get up those rocks early to break those potential sashes and kind of just pop through his team. Now the next mon we're bringing is the Mamoswine. Now this thing is going to be an Ice Shard Endeavor, Icicle Crash, Earthquake set. Now I decided on this set with the Focus Sash Endeavor because I felt that Mamoswine most likely could be matched up against, like, it could be in a situation where Hydreigon's in and there's nothing on his team that really wants to come in on an Icicle Crash. So he could just Dark Pulse me or Draco Meteor me, hopefully netting a Flinch Axe on the Dark Pulse. Bring me down to 1 HP, I get the Icicle Crash off, and then I'm in a good position where the Hydreigon is dead. He brings in the Milk Tank just to kind of be annoying there. I Endeavor up. Even if it's Rocky Helmet, it brings me down. I bring him down all the way to 1 HP, and then I don't have to worry about it. And even if he Milk Drinks to that point, then I have the Durant, I have the Diancie, I have the Arcanine, I have the Jellicent there, who can kind of just combat what the Milk Tank is there doing. Now the next one that we have is our captain of this team, and this thing has come pretty much every week. Actually, I think I want to change this. Instead of Close Combat, I think I'm gonna put Flare Blitz on there. Just because Flare Blitz is stab and it doesn't cause me to lower my defenses there. I was debating between Flare Blitz and the Close Combat just because of the Milk Tank and the Hydreigon, but realistically I see it as more hindrance because Arcanine really should just be in that bulky wall kind of thing, and I don't really want to make it too offensive other than if it's facing off against the Milk Tank or the Tangrowth. I think it really should kind of sit in its role and limit down with the Metagross, the I guess the Sneasel, the Thunderous, any of those like real physical attackers coming for my mons. This thing is gonna eat up the hits and then deal back damage with that Rocky Helmet and possible Willows. And then the final mon is our Jellicent, special defensive wall. I want to put the Wakan Berry on this because I think that Thunder Punch is a possibility on the Milk Tank, the Infernape, the Thunderous obviously, and the Metagross. And those mons I really don't want hitting me with the Thunder Punch. I made this Jellicent really especially defensively bulky, as you guys can see with the 214 max HP, just because I want it to be able to come in on the Hydreigon and well, not switch in on like a Dark Pulse or anything, but be able to be in against the Hydreigon and then make Slayer sweat there. So then he has to kind of swap into that Tangrowth or the Slowking there, and I can get a Toxic off on those, Ice Beam off on the Tangrowth if it doesn't Sleep Powder to me, but then I have the Sub Strike right there with the Sap Sipper. So I think this team kind of just limit down what Slayer really is able to do. And that's going to be pretty much it. If you guys are excited for the final match, make sure to hit that like button down below and comment down in the comment section what you guys think I could have done better or what you think I did well. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the final match. Bye-bye.